And Joe, I've got to ask you, when you served in Congress a decade ago, you served alongside people like Mike Pompeo and Mike Pence. Did you, and you were on the right of the party, you and I have talked before, you said some pretty awful things which you've regretted and apologized for. But even when you were on the right of the party, did you ever imagine that we would get to this point where a former Republican president is having dinner with a Holocaust denier?
No, Mehdi, I didn't. And again, back then, I was defined as GOP extreme, and you and I would go at it plenty, generally about policy. Here's the thing, though, Mehdi. The Republican Party base has been radicalized. This is where the voters are. I come from the base, Mehdi. They've been radicalized. Why isn't Pence or Cruz or Pompeo or McConnell or McCarthy or DeSantis saying anything? Because they know this is where their base is. That's the difference.
Yes. And Peter, this Republican Party, by the way, has relentlessly tarred the left, the Democrats, as anti-Semitic for critiquing Israeli foreign policy. They've gone after Ilhan Omar for comments she apologized for about AIPAC. But here is a guy laughing about the Holocaust, saying white Christian men will replace you. He pals around with the ex-president over Thanksgiving. I mean, let's not both sides this, shall we? The Republican Party, and only the Republican Party, is going full-blown anti-Semitic. And anti-Semitic in the old-fashioned Jews run the world, the Holocaust didn't happen way.
Right, and their anti-Semitism is a subset of their general opposition to the idea of human equality and their opposition to the idea that America should be a country where everyone has equality under the law. Is anyone surprised that Nick Fuentes, in addition to being anti-Semitic, is also an anti-Black racist, is anti-LGBT? I'm sure he's anti-Muslim. Yeah. This is not an accident. These things go together.
Yes.
And so what the Republican Party has tried to do is say, essentially normalize all these other forms of bigotry, right? I mean, Donald Trump has been an explicit anti-Muslim, anti-Black racist since he ran for president his entire career, but say, no, we can actually bracket that and we will still be a safe place for Jews. It doesn't work that way. These things go together. Once you have a normalized and admitted in people who fundamentally are white Christian supremacists, you're going to find a lot of anti-Semites too. And now the Republican Party should be reckoning with that, but they're not reckoning with that because once again, they're cowards.